Ladies and gentlemen, gather round, because we've got a story today that's juicier than a maple syrup-drenched pancake at a liberal fundraiser. It seems our friends up north are in a bit of a pickle. And who better to help them out than the ever-generous, always humble President Trump? So, here's the scoop. President Trump has unveiled his latest brainchild, the Golden Dome Missile Defense System. Now, this isn't your run-of-the-mill, off-the-shelf defense system. No, sir. This is a $175 billion, state-of-the-art, gold-plated umbrella designed to keep those pesky missiles at bay. And guess what? Canada can get in on this golden opportunity for the low, low price of $61 billion. But wait, there's more. If Canada agrees to become the 51st state of the United States, they get it for free. That's right, folks. Free, as in no charge, on the house. Gratis. Now, let's break this down, shall we? First off, President Trump is offering Canada a state-of-the-art missile defense system. Defense system. Because, you know, Canada is constantly under threat from, rogue polar bears armed with ballistic missiles. I mean, when was the last time Canada was the target of a missile attack? But hey, better safe than sorry, right? And who better to provide that safety than the good old US of A? I think then, PCC, Secondly, the price tag, the $61 billion. That's billion, with a B. For a country whose entire defense budget is around $20 billion, that's a bit steep. But hey, it's a small price to pay for peace of mind, right? And if they can't afford it, well, there's always the option of becoming the 51st state. I mean, who wouldn't want to trade in their maple syrup for apple pie, their loonies for greenbacks, and their healthcare system for, well, whatever it is we have down here? And let's not forget the timing of this generous offer. It comes hot on the heels of Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney's announcement to strengthen defense ties with the European Union. Because nothing says we value our sovereignty like cozying up to a bunch of bureaucrats in Brussels. But hey, if Canada wants to hitch its wagon to the EU, who are we to judge? After all, the EU has such a stellar track record when it comes to defense. Just ask Ukraine. Now, some might say that President Trump's offer is a bit unconventional. But let's be real here. Canada has been riding on America's coattails for decades. They benefit from our defense umbrella, our economic might, and our cultural exports. Maybe it's time they put a ring on it and made it official. After all, what's a little loss of sovereignty between friends? But of course, the liberal elites in Canada are up in arms about this. They're clutching their pearls and gasping in horror at the mere suggestion of becoming part of the United States. Heaven forbid, they might have to give up their poutine and Tim Hortons for burgers and Starbucks. Oh, the humanity. And let's not forget the media's role in all this. They're spinning this as some sort of hostile takeover, a blatant disregard for Canadian sovereignty. But let's be honest. When has the media ever been fair and balanced? They're just mad that President Trump is once again outsmarting them and offering a deal that's too good to refuse. So, what's it going to be, Canada? $61 billion for a missile defense system you probably don't need, or a free ride on the American gravy train? The choice is yours. But remember, offers like this don't come around every day. And who knows? Maybe becoming the 51st state isn't such a bad idea. After all, you'd finally get to experience the joys of the Second Amendment, the thrill of a two-party system, and the excitement of a healthcare system that's, well, let's just say it's unique. In the end, it's up to Canada to decide. But one thing's for sure. President Trump has once again proven that he's a master deal-maker, always looking out for America's interests, and always ready to extend a helping hand to our neighbors to the north, because that's just the kind of guy he is. So Canada, what's it going to be? Are you ready to join the land of the free and the home of the brave? Or are you going to cling to your outdated notions of sovereignty and independence? The ball's in your court. But remember, time is of the essence. And as they say, opportunity knocks but once. And to all the liberals out there clutching their pearls and gasping in horror, I have just one question. Why do you hate freedom?